Welcome to Where's the Action? I'm your host, Ross Benjamin. I will be previewing Saturday's college football contest in the ACC between the Syracuse Orangemen and the Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets, a game that takes place at Bobby Dodd Stadium in Atlanta, Georgia. Kickoff time, 12:30 p.m. Eastern Time. Currently, as we speak, the Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets are a 7-point home favorite, and the total in this game is set at 53.5. Syracuse opened the season with a couple of losses versus Penn State and at Northwestern, but has rebounded nicely to win 3 of their last 4. The only loss in that sequence came at the hands of the number 3 rated team in the country, the Clemson Tigers. Last week, Syracuse attained their first ever ACC win with a 24-10 victory on the road in Raleigh, North Carolina against the North Carolina State Wolfpack. The Orangemen covered as a 7-point underdog and were impressive in accumulating over 360 yards rushing in the contest. Now, as far as Georgia Tech goes, a little bit of an opposite flight for them. They opened the season 3-0, including a pair of ACC wins over North Carolina and Duke. Since then, the Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets have dropped their last 3 games, the last of which came at Provo, Utah against BYU, 38-20 in a game they failed to cover as a 7-point underdog. In their 3-game winning streak to open the season, Georgia Tech averaged over 335 yards per game rushing. In their 3-game losing streak, that number dropped by almost 100 yards as they averaged just 238.6 yards per game rushing. Now, a lot of you out there might say 238 yards, just 238 yards. Well, we're talking about a triple option attack here in Georgia Tech that when they don't go over at least 300 yards rushing, they don't have a very good chance of winning, folks. And the bottom line is their passing game is pretty much non-existent and something that's used as an afterthought or to keep defenses honest. So, getting 300 yards in this game will be imperative on the ground for Georgia Tech to give themselves the best opportunity to win this contest. Now, as far as my selection goes in this game, both of these teams right now, Syracuse in particular, is a run-oriented offense. Georgia Tech, we already know, under Paul Johnson, their identity has been established for over 6 years now. They run, and run again. This is going to be a game where we're going to see 2 offenses go on some long, sustained drives dominated by the running game. I like the lower side here. I'm going to take under 53.5 as a free selection between Syracuse and Georgia Tech on Saturday. Once again, college football Saturday free selection, Syracuse, Georgia Tech, under 53.5. My name's Ross Benjamin. You've been watching Where's the Action? Thank you for joining me. I'd like to wish each and every one of you all the very best in this upcoming weekend.